Hello, good morning this beautiful Saturday morning. I'm your host, House of Zulfa, and this is Kenya News Alert Morning Tea. Yes, so jana ilikuwa Jamhuri, and I hope you guys had a really good Jamhuri day. Now, I have a guest today with me. I'll be bringing guests every day. This one particular guest, yeah? So let him introduce himself.
Hello everyone, I'm Lewis Philip. As always, I'm always happy to be here with you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Again.
Thank you. And
yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, how was the long night? To me, mine was long.
Was long, yeah?
Yeah.
Mine wasn't long. It was actually short and sweet.
Oh, yeah. Short and sweet.
Yes.
As they all are.
They are. I love my duvet. I don't know nifanye kama yule mdada ambaye leo duvet yake ama you know.
Yeah. Mkianza kwa duvet sasa sisi tutaoa nini? I think I'll have to marry something that does not keep me in bed. So I know I'll marry a fridge. At least nikwe
food.
Nikwe na chakula ya kutosha.
That is wise. Now that is wise.
Very.
By if I could marry, I would marry like the beach. Sawa. And the beach Mali Jericho Rosales ametoka. Sawa. Now let us get to the topic. So yesterday was Jamhuri. Tukasema tapika chapo but we didn't.
By the way,
what happened? Wewe ulifika ukadoze na mimi ukaenda room na mimi nikashughulika. Okay. Yeah. So the thing is our president, a lot of people spoke.
Yeah.
Our president spoke too. Sawa. He talked about some things. Ambazo I want us today tuzichambue.
Yeah.
Vizuri.
Yeah.
Pole pole. Atungeongelea jana.
Yeah.
But right now we want tuzichambue. Si ndio?
Yes.
So, tell me. Did you listen to that speech?
Yeah, I listened to it.
Now, point to point. We want to go point to point. We have like a whole hour.
Yeah.
Sawa?
Yeah. Before I start my speech, let me just make this declaration. Mr. President, I'm 2% supporting that. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say at least 30%. Yeah, because it might not be that correct, all of it. You know, not everything will be like fair and all that kind of stuff. So I'll support you at 2%, and at 30% that is because some of the things that you said are true. Others I don't know. Others I'm still following up. And the comments that the Kenyans are giving are quite not what we expect. And most of the Kenyans are like, is this true? I doubt it. Oh no, this and that. So
do you know let me tell you something.
Yes.
There's a thing I usually take everything literally this way. Like take it as a relationship. Sawa?
Yeah.
Now to assume ushajua chali yako kudanganya mademu wako kudanganya, they are not honest.
Yeah.
So the moment anabonga go like where am I any friend of yours?
Yeah.
Sawa?
Yeah.
People are they take like with a little bit of salt.
Yeah.
So Kenyans are not reacting to it like really good.
No, they're like did you see that others were locked outside and they were like, why is there social classes? There were empty seats. Some Kenyans were like they did not sit where not even if they should not sit near the president. They should sit at a distance where they can see the president. Others were outside, others were seated down.
Why? Kwani hakuna viti hapo kwa uhuru nini?
There are so many.
So hawafai kulia ama?
I don't know what the social classes, and others were so mad and yeah. So everyone, like yesterday, there were people of all caliber, of all classes, and of all kind of craziness. This is Kenya, so some things are not a surprise to us. Yeah. So the president's speech was quite moving, if I may say. It was quite touchy, and he made some points that we expected, and some he ignored, and all that as Kenyans we got it, and yeah, we are still seeing if what he said is all true.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Yes. He spoke, sindio?
Yes, he did.
And it was like I want us to go to everything. I want us to know every detail. He spoke, he said what he said. I think when you're like a politician, you should have like really thick skin, because not everyone is there to penda you. Sawa? And they are here like to criticize everything you're doing. Sawa, kuna wale ambao watakupenda sawa, but most of them will be like unaona? Atutaki what you're saying, sindio? So I want us to get to like now the speech itself. The speech, and let us go from detail to detail. Sindio? Let us go to detail. Now I want you to tell me. He spoke about food. Sakaja discuss jana Sakaja. Alianza na chakula kwanza, sindio? Akasema kuhusu nini chakula?
Okay, about
chakula is not food. How youths we can employ ourselves through talents, sindio? But unapata tunasema not all of us wako na nini, wako na talents, and now if you don't have talents, what do you do?
Okay, so about the food, this is what he said, and I quote, farmers have brought more land under cultivation and produced much more per acre than before, thanks to the timely availability of subsidized inputs and extension services. Agro-industries have more raw materials, and value addition is on the rise. The agro-industrial sector is also creating more jobs each year as we gear up to compete in various export markets driven by expanding intra-Africa trade. Trade opportunities in the European Union and United Kingdom markets, and our growing competitiveness in global markets. So due to the food security, that's true, it has been there, and we have seen it since his reign. We can say that some of the jobs are being created from the agro industries and from the farming and all that kind of stuff. So we say that it is true, partly. Let's say
now let me ask you a question. Yes, nataka nikaribisha mic vizuri na unisikie vizuri. Now let me ask you a question. For real tumefuatilia kama issue ya chakula. Sasa unga umepungua bei. Si ndio? Alisema atapenda fertilizer. Yes, it was sold. Yes, it was sold. Yes, but iliuzwa kwa bei ya chini ambayo people can afford, and yes, they did what? They bought it and they planted. Sindio? Okay, now what else happened? So chakula 2022 ilikuwa imetoka gunia ndogo, na maana chakula kilikuwa very 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 expensive. That is true. Sindio? And people were talking about it, and people were like sawa, hiyo chakula ni pesa nyingi, hiyo unga ni pesa nyingi, sindio? And now after that I remember sisi chakula kimekuwa 67 million gunias, sindio? Na people are getting employed kwa hizo companies, sindio? Okay, not everyone, because obviously pole. Yes, everyone should have a job in their own country. Sindio? But the thing is it takes time kufika pale. Tunaona kidogo. Yes, kuna vitu zilipromisiwa. Yes, kuna vitu zinaenda vibaya, but tunaenda step by step. Tuende kwa food kwanza. To start na food. Food ikoaje sahi?
According to the president's statistics, and I quote, food is now more accessible to households than before. And as I started in the State of the Nation address, our country now boasts substantial national food stocks: 95 million 50 kg bags of maize, 9 million bags of beans, 10 million bags of wheat, and 2 million bags of rice. Step by step, we are building a food secure Kenya where every family can afford and access a meal. So with that in mind, is it like realistic? Because still in Wajir they are still starving. In Kenya they are still not in Kenya, even in Nairobi there are still families, no food, no job, and they can't even get lists. So if this is what the president is trying to say, then he should consider the whole of Kenya, not just the statistics of the rich, or because yes, maybe this one might be let's say here in Nairobi or in Kiambu or in Nyeri, but what about in Garissa? Do you know those people are like forgotten? We should consider them too. Yeah, so some of these the food security iko sawa, yeah, but not everyone is getting their daily meal. There is someone who stays 2 to 3 days without food. So yeah, it's all for to you.
So the thing is, it is step by step.
Yeah,
it is step by step. We can't expect that everything will be perfect once. Nilisema ni miaka miwili tangu urais achukue. Only 2 years of correcting a lot of things. Sindio, only 2 years. So we must give him a chance to try and do it. Sawa? Yes, we are unemployed. But nilisema jana, as I said yesterday, nilisema ukipata chance, yes, umesoma daktari, but if you get a chance to go out there and the government is providing that for you to go out there and work, you should take that chance. Because at the end of the day, the money we are looking at, sindio? Now let us look at kila kitu kidogo. Tuweke salt, tuweke sukari. Chakula kilikuwa very expensive, and saizi at least unga ni 120, so at least kuna ka stabilizing kidogo, sindio? Mboga unapata at least, kitunguu kuna wakati kidogo kimepotea sana. Saizi wewe kimeregea kiko at least, sindio? Now the thing is, why don't we like give it a chance? Pole pole. Yes, unasikia Kenyans walikuwa wamejam sana. Sana. Na Murima, you know the thing is, yesterday kwa sema, we want to know what if he addressed the Murima, but before we get to that, nataka tuchambue all he said, what he said, you know, tuchambue kidogo, sindio? So food iko fiti saa hii. Food iko fiti, sindio? So that is a tick, sindio? Now let us go to employment. Read me the points of employment.
Okay. In employment, the president urged the Kenyans to, for example, okay, as yeah, okay, he urged the Kenyans to look for skills and to learn something and learn to employ themselves, because in every place there are Wi-Fi's, so online jobs are they are out there, and he urged them, because in his statement in the Wi-Fi sector he said the bottom-up economy, and I quote, the bottom-up economic transformation agenda prioritizes digital transformation as a cornerstone in inclusive economic growth. This is why we are undertaking an ambitious expansion of our national digital infrastructure by deploying a fiber optic network to connect over 74,000 public institutions and establish 25,000 public Wi-Fi hotspots, because digital transformation is a critical enabler in creating opportunities across all sectors.
Okay.
Yeah, so with that, everyone has an opportunity to make something, and then by their skill, they can use the digital market to the digital network to market what they are making. Like if, for example, there are people who do crochets. Si lazima ukuwe na bundles ndio post. So with the Wi-Fi, the 25,000, the alleged 25,000, you can be posting them, you know, everywhere, like and then by then mtu ataona, wow, you do a great work, atakuja kununua, you know. But
let me ask, tumesema una post ni 25,000?
No, the Wi-Fi's across the country are
25 zinawekwa upande, tuko kama the country in Asia, inaitwa Indonesia. Indonesia, kitambo, that was 2017. I remember I had a friend who was living huko, and they told me that everywhere kuna Wi-Fi. like everywhere. You don't need every place you stand. Hata uende sisi kwa fore kuna wifi.
Wow.
Sawa? Yeah. So that is what they are planning to do. But like we are free net. Na si wata get hacked. If watajua information, because when you're online all the time, they know where you are all the time. Sindio? Yeah. But it is good. Sawa? It is good.
Yeah.
For us the people, because sawa tulisema jana Sakaja alisema kila mtu akuwe na nini na skills, kila mtu akuwe na talent, sawa? Yeah. But let me tell you, what if your skill is kama vile nimesema, I told you I have a friend of mine who sells ako TikTok, by the way. Yeah. And TikTok is nimeona nikafanya research yangu, and TikTok, and I've talked to people and they're like TikTok is good. Now we say that the hand that you are dealt right now na venye our fathers unapata sisi kwa government ama kwa every job ni watu wazee and they are like we want experience. Now if you don't have a talent, how can you use social media? And I was like, I told this person Wanduthi aliniambia do you know what I do? Mimi naenda huko naongea naeka venye nabeba watu service ni mtu nikimbeba namwambia can I take like a video with you, niseme I deliver this thing to you. See why any balls company ama any global company ama anything, he's just yeye tu.
Yeah.
Unaona? And anatumia TikTok. Na watu wamependa namba yake na kuna clients, hata mtu ananiambia mtu au mtuma mbali sana. Unaona? So what am I saying? If si lazima ukue na talent ndo utumie social media, you can post what you do. Na katakataka sukuma, unaingia live time kama unafungua kibanda saa 10, unaingia live from saa 10 to 5. Na ni kwa watu they just use kukatain sukuma. You know, so mtu anajua ngoja nitaka sukuma mzuri, leo na zile sukuma ni nini? Ni green huko. Okay, you're in a hotel. Sawa?
Yeah.
There you go live from there. But then I used to kuna siku nilikuwa naingia live with this person na ako Dodoma. Sawa? Na anapika mahamri na ananiambia I usually go live. Yeah. Amenunua kama ife kadogo. I go live siku mzima. Na I set my phone there and I'm cooking and I receive orders hapo kwa live. Nitumie place fulani hapo na asita kuna hotel fancy. So that is creating employments for ourselves.
Yeah.
And the social media and the government is saying they're going to put iso Wi-Fi in places.
Yeah.
That is good. I continue.
Okay, in still that point, he still said, in other words, an addition 20 million Kenyans are being prepared for high productivity in the digital economy. We have also adapted the integration of creative industry courses into technical and vocational colleges as a reliable mechanism to build a skilled workforce. So the president, I think for the time being, I can say he's doing a great job, because right now manual workers are being overtaken by robots and AIs, you know. Watu wa kufikiria saizi hawatakikani. We only need people who work through the internet.
Yes.
And creating a network, mechanized, built a skilled network, that one is something that, let's say, it will stay for a while without being replaceable. You know, everyone will be like, now they know something, you know, they know how to software, they know how to hack and all that kind of stuff. So with that, the lack of jobs might reduce. If what the government is saying, then let's give it 1 to 2 years, then we will see. Because right now in Asema, like around 1 million people have been employed by the houses, by the the 20 million citizens have been employed by these ICT things. So speaking of jobs, another thing the president said is that their houses, he created 1 million jobs for the houses. That I think around 30,000 houses are being constructed, and some of the houses are even done building and they are ready for the Kenyans to get. So with that, we know that the affordable houses are now ready, and but one thing is that I don't think they are that affordable, because kama ni za mtu mwenye anafanya kazi na mwenye afanyi kazi, mwenye afanyi kwa kampuni, you know, like because for example mimi huwa nalipay hiyo affordable housing, yeah, and it's like they're like I will pay. Sasa nikiretire si hiyo pesa itakuwa imetosha kwenda kwa nini ku get my own house. Can you imagine sasa mtu mwenye anafanya ajafika hiyo part ya kulipa, anafanya low farming, tuseme tu mkulima kawaida, unataka kusema that person will never get a chance to live in that house?
You know, there's that person who will never get, unless they change. They change the system of paying for that house.
Yeah.
Ama they make it, there's a way that you can pay for that house.
Yeah.
Unaona?
Yeah.
Maybe now from there, some people will have to enjoy that, and some others, maybe they'll find another solution to do that. You know, talking about that, I want to know, did the president address the issue of Gachagwa's impeachment?
Okay, okay, he said that he will deal with his naysayers. He wants to prove his people wrong. So right now, as we know, that one of his naysayers is the deputy president. Though I did not listen to the whole speech, I just got the important ones. I was like, okay, I think he still addressed it, but in part of it, which we will check out later.
We'll check it, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, so with that, the government said that he will try to work in union with all its stakeholders and all his people as Kenyans. And as a Kenyan, the president urged that everyone around should give him time, you know. I said the other day, ruling is not easy.
Ruling is not
Ask
easy.
anybody who has ever been a prefect in high school, not even in primary. Primary, ukisumbuliwa unapeleka mtu kwa mwalimu. In high school, not just a prefect. Even the head boys, they can tell you ruling is not easy.
Okay, so what we can say is, our president sahi, sawa, with all his shortcomings and with all the things that we know, that we are like, see, this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened, sindio?
Yeah.
So kuna vitu ambavyo tunaona, kuna chances ambazo tunaona tunapewa by the government, sindio?
Yeah.
To try and work, to try and do something for us, sindio, for ourselves.
Yeah.
And these opportunities have been created, and what we can do is use them. Kama ya Wi-Fi is sawa, sawa, watu wako like tuko njaa, hakuna majob, but of which kuna maswali fulani naweza uliza. Unajua kuna watu ambao hawana masimu, sindio? Kuna watu ambao hawana social media. Aya, nasema bado people wameka chances za kupata simu easy. Kuna lipa mdogo, kuna M-Kopa services. People are getting a smartphone with 1,000. Then you pay like 30 bob, you pay like 50 bob, you pay. So maybe maybe if we use these chances of using social media, of using every chance we can get. Now, jobs go online, by the way. Do you know that? I think we change now. Saizi nasema tukubali venye tu. Unajua naambiangwa unaangalia situation venye iko. Sawa, angalia your situation. Now usianze kulia, because this blame game and this complaining, we will not go far. We will not. Let us use the chances that we are right now. Tukubali venye okay, sawa, fiti, as I've said, nilisomea udaktari, nilikuwa pesa nyingi. But hizi job napata na kufanya survey online. Do you know I did survey, by the way?
You did survey?
I had like this friend of mine alipataga survey last August. Survey for 3 months, and it was a lot of money because every question you answered it for 50 bob. Question moja 50 bob.
Wow.
Question more and I did that, and I had nililipa rent evo, and I did stuff.
Wow.
You know, before I came to work here, before I got a job here, you know. And that is not what I've done. That is not that is not what I've studied. That is not what I've done. But you have to accept. Fiti umesome walimu na kuna job walimu. But kuna job unapata hapa online. Kama yenye usema sijui unaweka jina una sijui whatever. Accept that. Sindio?
So what you have said is true, because sometimes you are told learn to improvise, you know. Not everyone has a smartphone, and if not everyone has a smartphone, there are those for M-Kopa. You can take a smartphone and be paying slowly, and with that if you take a smartphone, just know that you'll have money to pay it, because ukikosa kulipia sinafungwa tu. Anyway, and another thing the president implied is that we should be optimism. We should be optimistic on his grounds. And I quote: "It is confidence based on understanding, hope built on truth, and optimism that stands on facts. We must do all we can to maintain the essential character of our republic as an open and free democratic
We
society.
will have to work together.
Yeah.
We'll have to accept. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Now, for example, now umefika place wewe, sawa?
Yeah.
Where with see you're doing political science,
Yeah.
si ndio? Ukifanya sisi tunafanya political science and maybe you come upate political hakuna job. Because unajua kuna job sasa. Kuna job ziko sisi si hizo. Sababu ni mababu wameandika huko.
Yeah.
Mababu, unasema mababu, and when you go there they want like wanataka ukue na nini na inaitwaje? Na experience ya miaka 10. Na upate usoko home na umefanya political science una kazi. What do you do? Utasema sasa ama kuna chance ukuja mbona best yako by the way kuna chance fulani hapa ya job. What will you do?
Chance fulani.
But people have egos out here. I had a friend by the other day from work I met him. Tulifanya kupatana. He was my primary like hapo desk mbele. And then we meet and we are like it's like our faces never changed tangu tukue nini. He's like ni wewe. Na I'm like hata mimi I'm trying to know is it you? His name is Brian, yeah? So bigger Brian. He told me atakuwa anaangalia all the time. Like unajua nilikuwa mbea bado nikiwa primary. It's like you got the right job ya kuongea because you loved that. You know na? So so and he's like I went to Masai Mara University, I did this course, you know, Nimjaka, and I did you know them and these big names, yeah. Now what are you doing? And I'm like, maybe I can't do another job. I go for school for 6 years and I can't. No, I am here. And I'm like, Brayo, do something else, you know. I'm like, no, unless niandigwe place flani. I was but it's from a rich family, you know. Ako too fine. Get. But no. So you know issue.
And another thing, I love you, Luz. I love you so much. Lakini your ego, trust me. As they say, Luz and ego. Anyway, if you get a job, hata kama umesomea course moja for 10 years, my dear, what is yours is yours. And
what is yours is yours. Let me tell you, what is yours is yours.
Do you know there is this character? Her name is Brandy. Brandy acted as Cinderella in 19...
Brandy ule moja kuimba. Brandy, we know only one Brandy.
There is another Brandy. She's a lady. So she acted as Cinderella in 1997. And that role has waited for her for all those years. In 2024 there is this another movie is it this year or last year? There is this movie ilitoka inaitwa Descendants, The Rise of Red. That same Cinderella ameact as Cinderella and the one mwenye aliact as Prince Charming then wamekuwa tu wawili in this movie. So my point is, what is yours? It is written in the stars. It is yours.
But that is true. That is true.
No matter how many what kind of other job you get.
No matter who.
Yeah.
Just if it is yours, it is yours.
Knowing that yako inakuja. Because
but for now, you know, I told my sister-in-law yesterday. I told her, she was like, you know, me, I went to school, I did nursing, and mpaka says japata job, unaona. But right now she has got an opportunity to become like a stylist. Anajua naturally kusonga, you know. And namwambia wacha kwa ulifanya nursing fiti. If nikifenda hapa sasa you will help me, you know. But for now, what can you do for now? What can you do? Nenda usonge. Ujui who you will come kusonga kesho. You don't know who you will come kusonga kesho. And maybe utakuja upate nini? Ngoja nicheke. I'm thinking about how Kenyans think. So, and Kenyans are like sijui ni ego ama ni pride ama ni nini,
unaona.
And nilimwambia you don't know utakuja kusonga nani, ujui utakuja kusonga nani hapo. So if this is opportunity that you're getting, chukua. Sawa, unaona. Nikamuuliza na for example, so your nurses walikuwa na, if you want jobs right now and you're a nurse and you can go like sijui eti wapi, so unaweza enda majua kwa like mimi siwezi. I'm like, wacha kukua hivyo, because this is tuko hapa at this moment na itabidi we make a lot of sacrifices, a lot you know, as the president is doing what he's doing, as we give him a chance, because there are 3 years zimebaki, 3 years sindio zimebaki before like we know for sure sindio for sure tusishoot kwanza before tujue si au,
lakini hapa tushashoot. Let's just be real. Just be real, because here we know that unless we are at gunpoint, or unless the MPs who are saying at President arudi kwa 10 years warudishe your motion, here we know that he's not coming back. Let's not lie to ourselves. We all know he's not coming back. With what he did.
How do you know? So now you know that I'm not coming back. How do you know that I'm not coming back?
The Murima has neglected him. The Luas are not with him.
But he has like the entire parliament on his side.
Then the parliament is still okay. Half of it is not coming back. When you vote yes, our Rudy.
So unasema sasa ni Matiang'i anachukua. Ni Matiang'i anachukua.
Unajua
mimi president sijasema hivyo. Ni yule amesema.
President hadi yeye mwenyewe anajua chances yake ya kurudi ni 20 over 80. So akirudi I will salute you.
Okay, so he knows. So he knows like kama is there something you're taking, take it now. Because you're not coming back. Acha jokes.
Like okay, it's politics, and we are told politics is you should not predict politics.
You should not predict politics.
Do you know
predict politics?
Yeah, we predict.
We do as Kenyans unajua.
Do you know the time during the last election ya Uhuru and Raila? That we were 100%, even more than 100.
My grandfather 300,000%.
My grandfather was like, Raila ndio anachukua.
No.
Raila ndio anachukua the second term, and he was
the second term.
Yeah,
Uhuru
he was like
taking.
Raila ndio anachukua hii. And out of the blues, Uhuru won.
Do you think there's a moment in Raila angeichukua hii kitu?
Okay, they say that it is just conspiracy. Conspiracy from childhood nini Moshene. That is not relevant. But freedom of speech says we should speak. So I'm not.
No, we are not in Tanzania.
Yeah.
We are not in Tanzania.
So it is say that
kidogo ukiongea hivyo politics unasikia tu mlango wanakutrace live uko wapi ngongongo. Okay, unasema nini kuhusu Samia? Njoo twende chumba pale cha nyuma. We are not in Tanzania, we have freedom of speech. And I was told, by then there's a day I was live and this person told me the reason why we are speaking so freely is because that Raila fought for freedom of speech, freedom of media speaking. But the fan told me like it is ni sababu yoyo. Sawa? So
so it is that not everyone believes in Raila.
Why? Because
they are like somebody who cannot believe in his own father, who can defy his own father.
Now nipe umbea vizuri. What happened between they and babake?
It is said that he cost his father's election by running as himself. Yeah, so you can imagine if they say he is cast, it is true. I don't know. But
I heard something like that.
Yeah, nikiwa primary. Yeah. So let's say if someday we ever want to be in a worse place than a place that Ruto has put us. I love all of you Kenyans, but maybe we should try Raila and then see if the case is true. But I love Raila too because he's my hero. Of all the suffering he has gone through, and he never gives up. You know, he motivates me. Somebody once told me, if you ever think of dying, look at Raila. Kuwa na Raila kwa simu yako, umuangalie.
Because that man
70, I think is he 78 or 70 what?
Ako 78.
Yes, he's 70 something.
Ako ancient.
Yeah. He's ancient.
Na kopale anapigana
and he's still fighting. He
then
never gave up.
Why are you giving at 19
I really love that man.
Why are you giving up?
I really love that man.
Years old giving up na kuna babu ambaye kopale.
Na bado he has the dream of being a president.
Ako like that Kimanthi, I fight till the last election. We fight until the last gun.
So yeah,
I'm going to fight until the last election. The last one, but if I'm in my deathbed, I like vote for me.
Vote for me. Hata kama ni that one day.
I'm there. Then don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Yeah. Don't give up.
In case anybody ever thinks of giving up, look at Raila and muangalie vizuri. With the voice, the torture, and the age.
But there was also that he was tortured.
Yeah, kufungiwa kwa ice cold water and inapigwa shock.
Kwa nini? Tell me about that. Let us go into that. Why?
The tortures were so terrible. Kufungiwa kwa maji.
We shall discuss that.
Yeah.
Come the next government in history.
Let's do.
We shall do that one.
Yeah.
We shall do that one.
Yeah.
So So we shall go for a small break and then we shall be back.
Yeah.
Continue on comment. And before we go on that break, I want to say something. Yeah. So this is Kenya News Alert. This is the best thing actually is happening to Kenya right now, and we are going on to East Africa. So in Kenya News Alert, we are your partner when it comes to advertising anything. Sawa. So there's a number in your screen there. Go there. Sawa. Double tap it. Double tap it. So go check that number, call it, text it. Utaongea na executive producer, such a beautiful voice. Sawa. Uongee naye pale, amuelezeane nini akusemeze, and then tuta come back to you. Sawa. So let us meet after that break.
Okay.
And here we are back again. Sindio? So this is Kenya News Alert Morning Tea Show. Morning Tea Show with your host House of Zulfa. Tuko hapa tukiongelea speech ya jana ya Jamhuri by the president, and he spoke about some things, and as we criticize the government, let us also see the positivity of the government and let us give it a chance. Yes. Yeah. So who am I with, Studio Sai?
You are with the one and only the Grand Duke, Lewis Philip. Yeah.
The who?
Never mind.
No, the Grand who? Not the Grand.
Grand Duke. That is
Grand Duke.
Yeah.
Grand Duke. But why are you saying Grand Duke? People start assuming that you are my Duke because I say I'm the Duchess.
Hey.
Do you know I'm the Duchess?
Hey, do you know I'm a Duke? Even my TikTok says it.
I'm going to get that name or that thing out of my name because it's but either way, welcome.
Yeah.
So tumesemaje? tumesema jana president aliongea vitu fulani. And by the way, there's something I forgot. Before he continued speaking, alisema let us welcome and this person, that lady. That lady, tell me who was that lady?
That and lady,
what is she to Kenya? From which tribe is she? And then what has she done to make Kenya proud? Yes.
Okay, that lady, she is a Kisi or a what?
Yes, she's a Kisi.
Yeah,
and she became a state senate.
Yeah, she in America.
Oh my God,
you can imagine.
Labda alikuwa anasema Wakisi wanatudanganya hapa na embarambamba, you know. And then the next moment Wakisi, but I heard there's a whole state huko, sijui niko mnasema ni wapi, Wakisi wamejaa huko sana. These people, what has she done and where?
In America, she's a member of parliament. I did not follow much about that. Yeah,
that is really good.
Yeah, it is very beautiful that Kenyans are shining out there. Atujulikani not only.
What is the capital of Africa? Unasema ni Kenya.
Yeah, it is.
We are that country.
The country where
you know when to go to Benda for maandamano. Kuna wazungu walitoka majuu kuja kusaidia maandamano.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Even conscious, and people are like, no, tunakuja Kenya kuwasaidia because we love that country.
Yeah,
we are the vibe of Africa.
And we made four more countries go for demonstration. Nigeria, I don't know the other one was but I know Nigeria, and Nigerians like to copy Kenyans. I don't know why.
Because they want to be us.
I have an ex from Nigeria, and he's like, you Kenyans, you know you are like this, and I love that. Maybe we can be like you. And I'm like, dearest, you cannot.
You jinga ya Mkenya, like you cannot. Hata ukutaki aje, you cannot. Iko tu hapo. Iliekwa tu like Kenya, Mungu akipackage Kenyans. Unaona? Because it's packaging. Alikuwa like ujinga, humor. Hata when you're going through pain, it's humor. You know, you just take everything lightly.
Mimi nasemanga kuboeka in Kenya ni kujitakia.
Because
unakaa tu hivi unakumbuka kuna mtu anaimba Yesu ni mwage and you're like God have mercy, unamwagiwa nini?
What is that? Yeah,
you remember saying nataka nikuingize and you're like God.
Yes, but then you know he comes here, we love him.
Yeah,
we love him so much. And I met him, I got to meet the guy, and he's just as charming as ngoma zake.
Yeah,
ako tu hivyo. I remember back nilikuwa mgonjwa hiyo siku, akanipea a whole recipe ya vinafaa kufanya ndo nikuwe fiti and stuff. He is fun actually.
Yeah, if you see him next time, tell him.
But he was here and you were here. Mbona ukwenda kumsalimia?
Mimi sikumjua.
Wow, how? Like suit ya blue ama ya green and madodo, you know. In fact, when nilipata tu viatu za madodo kwa mlango, I knew that is Embarambara. Yes, a whole brand. It's a big brand actually. And you know him. Wole mtu tuona tu rangi and you're like, that is that. Ndo huyo.
Next time ikimwona namsalimia na
go say hi.
I take a selfie with him.
He is good. He's really kind actually.
Yeah.
So fun.
Video zake unajua zinatumika kwa nini, kwa these short clips ina nini, so unapata mtu anaweka something and then anaongeza video ya mara. Yesu ni mwagi and you are like God, hata kama uko na stress aje utakosa
hata God mwenyewe anacheka. Mimi God looks and like acha tu nipasue. Anamwambia God mwenyewe ako TikTok ako like, let me wait for the next one from Embarambara. Kwani atoe ngoma? Angel kumpa inspiration kwa wapi? So let us get back to President Ruto's speech during Jamhuri Day.
Yeah.
It was a whole speech.
It was a whole one.
Sawa?
Yeah.
And the thing is going, anasema, how things are going right now, how things are changing right now.
Yeah.
Adasema ati Murima ndo support sasa, because we are like, okay, let us know what he'll tell the central people, the Murima people.
Yeah.
But right now what I can say is, no, saizi vitu za change
kabisa.
Saizi vitu za change. Saizi lazima uko wa Murima ndio vitu zigo. No.
Si lazima uko wa Murima because
sasa Murima is not the entire country.
No, it is not. What
we want to know is this president doing what he's supposed to be doing? Is this president doing? Sawa?
Yeah.
So continue with the speech. Kwa tumongelelea food, tumongelelea jobs. Amesema ameongelea issue ya watu kwenda majuu, kupeleka majuu.
Yeah. Aliongelea na akasema that Kenyans, due to the lack of jobs, he is going to encourage the outside countries to employ more Kenyans. Some of which are the nurses, because the countries out there, they need nurses to take care of their old people. And I think it's only in Kenya where ukizeka unaweza ishi na watu wako ama unaweza ishi kwako. In those other countries ukizeka, you are taken from your home and you are taken to a old home, a home for old people. Like you are there, others even abandon you, you know, and you die there with no one. Nobody takes care of you. So that is why people are taken, doctors are taken here, from here, nurses, and they go to take care of those people. There is this story,
and they are paid really well.
Yeah, there is this story in Kwaskia that one person alikuja, she was taken from here, akaenda akapelekwa huko in German. So she was kind. She met this old man. She was kind to her. Everything alikuwa anamfanyia. So the man had no family. So akamwandikia all of his wealth, akamwachia. You can imagine. She became a tycoon just because of being kind. So people out there, if you are a doctor, make sure that
not a doctor. If you're a person,
if you are a person, and most
just a person,
the nurses and
let me tell you a story. Ulisoma set books, senior.
Yeah.
I don't. Kuna set book fulani na sao inaitwa aje. It used to have like a lot of stories hapo ndani. I remember
damu nyeusi ama
I think damu nyeusi. No, damu nyeusi. Yes, the news used to have a lot of stories. Ile ilikuwa ni red na kitu ya black hapo. Yes, I remember there's this girl alikuwa anaenda kwa theater and then she met an old man and she was old man alikuwa anaenda into something shock because the sugar levels were low and he had diabetes. So they get she's kind of like, you're a nurse? Yes. Will you take care of me? Yes. And I get employed wanaenda maju, but apparently the guy falls in love with her. Wanafika London, ude wako like, sasa now I'm going to take over everything, let me ride, now I'm the one who's going to take the entire money. Yeah. And then she goes for a ride and anagonga na gari anakufa. Yeah, I got that. You know that story? Yeah. So usiambie watu eti wakwe tuka into wazungu. Sawa? Ama anyone? Okay. So anasema kuna jobs that get created. Maju za nurses.
Yeah, the nurses. And there was this last time alisema that even teachers are going to be taken uko maju. And yesterday alisema that teachers will be he will recruit teachers, will be recruited, so that upate the UN, is it the UN at one teacher for every 14 students.
It is true.
Okay, so kama iko hivyo na hao wenye wanapelekwa maju, mbona sipewe kazi hapa kwa?
No, history ya maju imekuja na Alfred Mutua. That is the minister for something
is it external affairs.
Yes. Is it nani? Si minister wandangu waje siku hizi? CS. Sindio? For
external affairs.
Yes. Now ni chance. The company is a chance because wamejua. Okay, me, I think they are really addressing it really good. And I spoke about it yesterday. They are trying to find jobs. For now, ni kama vile babako akwambie ngoja for now umepata shule, yes, unafaa kwenda Nairobi Boys. But ina school fees ya Nairobi Boys. Unaweza enda hapa today school as I deal with it. Unaona? So for now enda maju fanya kazi kuja. Kama kuna once you became a teacher, si bora you become a teacher. Hata kama si hapa, yes, it is hard because you're going to leave your family, you're going to do what, but go out there. Fanya a job. Sindio?
Yeah.
What else did he speak about?
Okay, so there is another thing about the financial inclusion, which the president said, and I quote, financial inclusion is now reality in millions of Kenyans. The Hustler Fund is making its second anniversary on a highly successful note, having empowered Kenyans by lending a total of 60 billion so far. Is that true? Okay, yes, and Kenyans don't pay things. Okay, you Kenyans, you should pay this money because coming out in kusaidia, learn how to, to show that it is helping, it is productive.
Kenyans, I don't know how to appreciate.
They don't. Like that's why ingekuwa Kenyans know how to appreciate. We will be more romantic than those outside because everyone experiences first love, love at first sight, and if you know how to appreciate first love, you can know that you can know how to give it back. Lakini kama we pay, how will you know that you are appreciated? So Kenyans don't, and we should learn how to. Okay, and as I continue, I'll say, I mean, the president continued saying, liberating millions from predatory lenders and predecessors' financial situations, enabling them to meet their needs, fund their hustles, and build their credit scores. Our ongoing conversation with borrowers focuses on concerns related to the short borrowing duration, modest loan amounts, and the time required to increase borrowing limits. In response to this feedback, the fund has designed a new product, the bridge loan, to help Kenyans with good credit scores transition from personal loans to enhanced facilities offering larger loan amounts with longer repayment periods. Yeah, speaking of which, I saw it another day. I was paying my 200 and I was like, oh yeah, ndio hii wameleta. But I was like, is this true? Do you know there is this line of mine I had borrowed, and then I wanted to trick the nini. I had several lines and I was like, let me make sure. Unaambiangwa ni around 5 hivi. 5 people, more than 5. So nikachukua those lines, zingine za kitambo, zingine zilifungwa, nikaweka the numbers there. And they were like, zikakubali, you know. So kuangalia, since then, namba yenye nimeweka hapo, kwa hiyo group, kukopa as a group kama chama, it does not get alone. I don't know why. CG, it's like they must make sure that
CBR CRB.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to tuenda sasa tumaliza speech ya nani? Tuende kwa michezo kwenye Taifa Leo.
Yeah.
Let us know our sports.
By the way, ni wa timu gani?
Acha hizo maswali. I usually say I'm Liverpool, but do I know anything about Liverpool?
You don't know anything about Liverpool.
So tuende kupale.
Yeah.
Let's nikusomea mkutasari wa michezo. Sawa, habari za michezo. Kuna jinsi Hussein alivumilia mahangaiko ya FKF kuteuliwa rais mpya wa Canada nchini. Sawa? So rais mpya wa shirikisho la soka nchini FKF, Hussein alivuka vizingiti haba si haba. Sawa? So there was election. I remember ule alikuwa amesimamia sports huku ni Nick Mwendwa.
Yeah, Nick Mwendwa,
si ndio?
Yeah,
I know something about that.
Yeah.
So let us on that. Hussein, very handsome, by the way. Very handsome,
very cute, very demure.
Yeah. Do you know Najib Balala? Yeah. We shall discuss that later. So Hussein ana miaka 47 alitwaa usukani mwa FKF baada ya kupata kura 67, huku makamu wa rais wa FKF anayeondoka Doris Petra
Yeah.
pamoja na katibu wa zamani Barry Otieno wakipatana kura moja kwenye duru ya pili ya uchaguzi huo ulioandaliwa Disemba 7, 2024 katika ukumbi wa Kasarani jijini Nairobi. Sawa?
Yeah.
So asema licha ya Petra na Otieno kusalimu amri baada ya mkondo wa kwanza, ilibidi mkondo wa pili uandaliwe ili kuhakikisha mwaniaji anapata 50% za kura zote 90 zilizopigwa. Sawa? But I think wana smile pale. Sawa? There's a picture there. We're not going to show it, but if you want to see it, enda kwa Taifa Leo. Sawa? Hii ilikuwa, so the thing is, Nick Mwendwa now has given it to Hussein. Is going to be now the leader wa FKP.
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Okay. Umeshafika kwenye Taifa Leo?
Niko kwa nation na hapa. They're like
michezo.
Yeah. Means what they're saying. Mwendwa, a showboating character whose pride and ego preceded him, believed he would occupy the highest seat in Kenya football forever and only leave when he wanted to. But in the end, he lost fair and square in an election 1 year later after his attempts to extend his term in office were exposed by violent football fans and thwarted people. So like, is it a must that if you have a certain seat, we clear forever?
No.
See, at
But
least
kama unataka forever lazima utumie nguvu. Be kind to people.
Yeah.
People will want. Unajua watu sijui bwana, kindness goes far.
Sana.
Kindness goes deeper. Let me tell you, watu wanasema lazima ukuwe mbaya. No. Being kind takes you far.
Yeah.
Because I will be like ngoja, but this one huyu anatuelewa, huyu anafanya kazi yake, huyu anatuzingatia, but ukiwa like nakaa hapa stocky amna nimba. That guy Nick Mwendwa used to be like very egomaniac.
There is this chama chama yenye mamangu na kuanga. This chama is 25 years old. And since it was founded with one person founded that chama has had one chairman. He has been there for the last 25 years. In every election he wins. In every election he gets
but kama ni mkamba hiyo ni rogi.
si mkamba he's just a kamba by learning and by speaking. But he's a Kikuyu and he's like so great in the job. Because till today you can imagine 25 years and that means that chama is older than me with 4 more years. Can you imagine that? How good is he? Because the last time Shosh was not around, so me nilienda kwa nini, and I heard how he was giving his speech. Hadi nikasikia the power, nikajua why he is on that seat for 25 years. You know? Yeah. So my nini is to anyone, to the current one, the current FKF president. Just lead. Don't lead like. Don't follow Mwendwa's footsteps. Because if he did with pride and ego, don't follow that. Because we are told pride comes before a fall. Just be you, be kind and be great, and show your people that a leader does not say do, he said let's. You see, he starts by example. Yeah, let's do this. He does not say go, he say we should. He does not say you, he said we. So he says we should, not you.
Okay, good. Yeah. So let us go to the next thing. So wanasema do you have another report of games there?
Another report of games is that Indian team becomes youngest world chess champion. Do you play chess?
I used to, but not now. So let me
Michael
go to
Arteta and Arsenal considering January transfer after Thomas put it below. After Thomas put it below the team, they are thinking of transferring him. Anyway, and the rest are just
okay. Now let's go to kwa taifa leo. Wanasema wazee wanaonyesha ubabe mashindano ya kuogelea Kiambu. Do you love swimming?
Yeah, I love swimming.
Do you love the ocean?
I do love. I'm in love with beaches and oceans.
Have you ever gone to an ocean?
Yeah, at our home we have an ocean somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So unapenda kwenda kuswim huko?
Yeah.
Okay. So to let us know about that. Me, I love water like sijui nini. So let us go. Anasema shirikisho la mashindano ya kuogelea la kaunti ya Kiambu KCAA liliandaa mashindano ya kufana ya waogeleaji waliozidi umri wa miaka 25 almaarufu masters katika shule ya Potter House. But they do know Kiambu is for the rich. Yeah, I want you to see the name.
Kabisa.
To see the names, yes?
Yeah.
So asema shule ya Potter House school mtaani Runda.
Yeah.
Kiambu Jumamosi,
yeah,
sindio?
Yeah.
So zaidi and you know Kiambu is old money, and there's nothing so beautiful like old money.
Yeah,
zaidi ya washiriki 172 kutoka klabu na shule walizojitokeza kwa mashindano hayo ya siku moja, akiwemo Esther Karaoke. And it was for old people.
Yeah.
Miaka 72 aliyekuwa na umri wa juu kuliko waogeleaji wote waliojitosa bwawani kuonyesha ujuzi wao. Jacqueline Masharia ambaye ni kocha wa timu ya Harpoons alikuwa akiogelea katika kitengo cha washiriki kati ya miaka 30 na 34. Alitawala mbio za mita 100 dakika, that is 1 minute, dakika moja 47:05. So in 1 minute in 100 meters I can swim.
What?
But he's a coach, so obviously it's good, yes?
Yeah.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Swimming
Swimming. Do you know
swimming?
Do you know
And
how
the thing
to swim?
about hii michezo ya leo, it was for old people. A 72-year-old woman was there swimming. A 34-year-old. Now that makes me feel really good because now women are getting recognized and women are putting them at what age. Unajua kuna miaka ukifanya mwanamke, people are like ati eti wewe ni hivyo sasa retire.
Yeah.
Si ndio?
Yeah.
So uko kwa taifa leo sasa? Bado hujafika kwa taifa leo. So that was swimming yesterday. Si ndio?
Yeah.
Let's go to the next thing. People are doing things out here.
Yeah.
And I don't know to organize
after that,
pia.
after that we'll go to some international news and see.
Twende shilingi milioni 10 pap Jumapili ya that is there was that kuna mtu aliambia alishinda marathon. Sawa? I will not go to that so much. So tuseme leo ni Man City and stuff. So if you want to know about michezo, nenda kwenye Taifa Leo. Sawa? And get to know. And again, listeners, today we were talking about the speech of Ruto yesterday. Tukibambua tukiona the disadvantages and the positive things about it. And as time inaisha hapa inatupiga kisogo, we want to finish this. We say thank you for joining us. We say always welcome. On Monday morning we shall be here live. Okay? So thank you so much. And then I say, now if you want to advertise anything, Kenya News Alert is your partner when it comes to advertising. We are the best. We have the best cameras. We have the best everything. We shall represent it. We shall know what you want to be portrayed out there, and we shall do it for you perfectly. So if you want perfectness, if you want us to do it for you, then please, there's a number pale kwa screen. Call it, SMS it, iko WhatsApp, inaingia SMS, inakuja directly. Sawa tupigie simu, utaongea na wakurugenzi wetu. They are so kind, they understand you, and they bring it out to the world. Kenya News Alert, I will again say, it's your partner when it comes to advertisement. So you call us and we shall come to you. Thank you. Sema as I finish it.
Okay. So somebody here says tano tena ni wewe na watu wenu na ujinga yako. Huyu mwaga kabisa, Ruto must go. And someone here said hawa ndio watarudisha Zakayo 2027 2032. Very ignorant Kenyans, because some Kenyans were saying at least he did that. And somebody says how can you interview Wasaliti and expect different opinions? Enda pale street and ask those Kenyans who didn't attend. So everyone who attended is regarded as Msaliti. So you can imagine now Kenya has been divided again. What can bring Kenyans together?
What can bring Kenyans together?
Because
unity.
Jamhuri Day was one of the days that Kenya would come together. Now those who went,
but it used to be like a big thing. I remember my dad used to make us to kai chini. We watched that entire thing.
Yeah.
But I think, as they said, the leaders should start by being together, by being honest.
Yeah, some people are claiming that the people who attended were paid to attend. So you can't expect them to be.
We'll never know. We will never know. Okay? So what I'm going to say is bye-bye. This is Kenya News Alert, your favorite show, morning tea show. Okay?
Yeah.
And thank you so much for our team out there doing everything to make us look so beautiful in cameras, and on live. This is House of Zulfa, Kenya News Alert. You're done?
This is Lewis Philip, and yeah. Thanks.
So bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I'm always happy to be with you, and you can follow us on our social media, Kenya News Alert. And
yes.
Have a good week.